UFC Fight Night and UFC Vegas 66. Cannonier versus Strickland takes place this weekend, and I'm going to go through the full card breakdown and in detail prediction, starting with the early prelim opener of Sergey Morozov versus Newson. I actually forgot this was made, but I guess I can break it down. I'm going to be siding with Sergey Morozov over Newson. I like Newson. He's got a win over Garcia, I guess, but that hasn't aged well since Brady Heastan just recently beat him out, grappled him. So Garcia is quite literal shit, but I think he had a gap between his fight versus Randy Costa and Garcia, but Randy Costa ain't good. You know, he was on something for the Domingo Pilarte fight. He does have power in his hands, but he's 33. Morozov's good. He's technical. He beat Halian Paiva. He's chinny, but against Douglas Silva the Andrade, who's way more skilled and way better than Newson. And he gave Umar a tough time as well, so I'm going to definitely pick him to win this one over the 3 rounds. 29-28 decision victory. Moving on up the card, David Dvorak versus Manel Kape. I'm going to be going with Manel Kape. First round KO. This is probably a lock on the card, if I'm honest with you. I know locks don't really exist, but still. I think he's going to win. I'm very confident. David Dvorak, he's just, I don't know. I just don't think he's that good, man. Like, yeah, he lost to Mateus Nicolau, and he didn't look great, but got dropped badly in that fight. Kind of got skilled by Nicolau, and I know Nicolau's looking good, but if you watch Manel Kape versus Mateus Nicolau, Kape arguably beat Nicolau. I know Nicolau's massively improved since, but still. He beat Juan Camilo Ronderos, who's a bum. Jordan Espinoza was just completely garbage as well. Beat Bruno Silva. Don't know where he is, but I'm definitely going Manel Kape here to get this one done. Reach advantage, I think, is in his favor. It's even, and the height's even. But he's 29. The other guy's 30. I'm going with, and he's a big favorite as well. Manel Kape, I completely agree. I think he wins this one. I'll be shocked if David Dvorak wins this. I mean, Kape's good. Like, he made it close with Pantoja, beat Zal Gasimagilov, Ode Osborne. Had a couple of cancellations, so he hasn't fought in like over a year, but I think Kape wins it. Moving on up the card, Brian Battle versus Renat Fakhretdinov. I'm going to say that name again. Renat Fakhretdinov. I think he wins this one. I really do. I don't know why I said his name like that in the first time. I think I was just beating it. He wins against Brian Battle here. Brian Battle's good, and he's a good prospect, but this is the wrong turn for him, I think. If he wins, he's a savage. Good for him, but he's going to lose to Renat. He's going to get held down, wet blanketed. If that's even a word. Who cares? It's a word now. But he knocked out Takashi Sato, out cold. But Sato ain't great. Trajan Gore's mediocre. Hit and miss sometimes. And Gilbert Urbina is just a bottom feeder right there. I think he'll beat Renat. No, I think Renat will beat him. And I'll grapple him. Brian Battle's taking it on short notice. And Renat Fakhretdinov, 31 years old. You know? 31 years old. You know, he was supposed to fight Michael Morales. That was going to be an interesting one there, but he beat Andreas Michailidis in that last one. I think he beats Brian Battle. Out-grapples him. Unanimous decision win. 30-27. Yeah. Close, though. But I think he'll beat Brian Battle. So I'm going Renat Fakhretdinov there. Moving on up the card. Maheshate. What's his first name? Hayaser Maheshate versus Rafa Garcia. Close one. Good test there from Maheshate. I think he wins it, though. Rafa Garcia. He's been looking decent lately because he arguably should have won against Drakkar Klose. I think he could have won that fight. But Jesse Ronson ain't great. Natan Levy's looking kind of good, but still not a great fighter. Not a future champ or anything. Chris Grutismacher beat him. That's where you gotta look at it. That was a Hackbrass, whatever. Hackbrass is kind of good. But Grutismacher beat him. You know? And he didn't look like a god against Jakar Close. I think Mahashate will win, but it'll be tough. So I'll go for like a decision win here. But he beat Steve Garcia in that last one. Knocked him out cold in round 1. I think he'll beat Garcia. Another Garcia. And beat him by decision. Garcia will give him a tough fight. But Mahashate will win on a couple of knockdowns in some rounds. And win the fight by unanimous decision. Close though. What are the odds? Mahashate's an underdog. I think he'll win, but we'll see. He's 23 years old. I think he'll beat Garcia. Tough one though. Moving on up the card to Said Nurmagomedov versus Said Yakub Kakramanov. This is a good one. I'm going with Said Yakub though. I think this guy's good, man. I really think this guy's really good. Like, he dominated Ronnie Lawrence. I said Lawrence would beat him in that fight. I was completely wrong. I mean, Said Yakub looked great in that fight. Like, he beat Ronnie Lawrence. Yeah, destroyed him for 3 rounds. Lawrence is no joke, and he beat him, and he beat Trevin Jones as well. Now fighting Said Nurmagomedov. I think Said's good. But he's kind of... I think Said Yakub's more skilled and has more options. But Said Nurmagomedov, like, he beat Douglas of the Andrade, but he seems to make it close sometimes. Other than his wins against Cody Stamen, Mark Striegel, Douglas of the Andrade gave him a tough fight. He won it. No doubt about that. I think he could have won that fight. Said Nurmagomedov, I don't think it was a robbery or anything, but... I just think he makes it close. Like, I think Said Yakub's better than Barcelos. If I'm honest with you, I think he's better than Barcelos. And I think Barcelos held him down for 3 rounds. Not 3 rounds, but he could have won damage. But I think Said Yakub will do damage and land total strikes and have the positional control and beat Said over 3 rounds. How is he an underdog? How is Said Yakub an underdog there? He's legit a savage. 27 years old to 30 years old. Yeah. 1 inch apart in reach. Same height. Said Yakub wins, I think. Lots of underdogs on this card, I think. Moving on up the card to Julian Marquez versus Duron win. I think I'm going to have to go Julian Marquez. Duron win just isn't good whatsoever. I mean... You look at Duron win, like, he got dominated by Phil Hawes, beat up by Phil Hawes over the rounds, eventually had to be stopped at the end of round 2. But it wasn't even close. Like, Antonio Arroyo just is utter shit. He's not good at all, Antonio Arroyo. You know, Gerald Mearshart he lost to, Darren Stewart he lost to. Darren Stewart just lost to an old guy on the regional scenes in Cage Wars, I do believe. Julian Marquez is not great either. But I like his confidence sometimes. Like, he beat Sam Alvey, beat Maki Pitolo, did get held down by Pitolo in that fight. But I think he'll do damage here and win a decision. 29-28, close fight. But he'll win it over Duron win. Yeah, he lost to Gregory Rodriguez and got knocked out. But if Duron win, just KOs Julian Marquez. It just makes no sense at this point. Makes 0 sense. But, yeah. I think he'll win it, though. I really do believe he'll win it. Lost to Rodriguez, I get it. I was just mentioning that, but his confidence to go tit for tat with Gary Rodriguez, bomb for bomb, trading back and forth. Eventually got KO'd, I get it, but Rodriguez is probably going to KO Tavares coming up at UFC Brazil, UFC 283. I think he'll beat Duron win and beat him. 29-28 decision. Wins the last 2 rounds, I guess, against Duron win. Moving on. Who are people picking there? Watch Marquez be an underdog. No, he's a favorite. Marquez gets it. 32, 33. 6'2" to 5'6". Yeah, Marquez has short arms, to be fair, but he'll win. Moving on up the card. Jake Matthews versus Matthew Simmonsberger. I don't get this matchmaking, but I am going to have to put a prediction on it. Jake Matthews wins. Jake Matthews gets it done here. Matthew Simmonsberger, he's nothing special, man. Like, somehow the Jedi is his name. 30 years old. Like, I know in hindsight, it's not bad, but Morono was beating Ponzinibbio before the third round TKO. But Ponzinibbio never KOs people. And everyone calls Simmonsberger the one-punch artist. He couldn't do anything to Morono. I know he had a good third round against Morono, but I think that was more so to do with he had a swollen eye. It was sink or swim for him. And I know he sinked eventually to a decision loss, and he had to do something because he was down 2 rounds. But Morono, you know, like, he couldn't catch Morono. Chaos Williams did. Speaking of Chaos Williams, he lost to Chaos Williams by decision in a close fight, back and forth. Chaos Williams won it, though. But Martin Sainou just is nothing. He's no one. He's a bum. It was his first UFC fight, and he got slept by Simmonsberger. And people really overrate that win. AJ Fletcher, he had a tough time against, like, and Fletcher's nothing special, like, and Jason Wetby and Carlton Minus is just nothing. Matthews will KO him, I think. They're both going to be traded. Jake Matthews, especially his new style, looked like a god against Andre Fialho. I know Fialho's not doing great, but at the time, Fialho was getting a couple of good wins, and Matthews beat him. I think he'll KO Simmonsberger in a scrap, put Simmonsberger out cold, and have another great, phenomenal performance over Matthew Simmonsberger. Yeah, he was originally supposed to fight Jeremiah Wells. Maybe we could rebook that fight. That'd be really interesting. Yeah, but if he wins this, of course. But he'll beat Matthew Simmonsberger. I think so. Moving on up the card. Cheyenne Vlismas versus Corey McKenna. I'm going Corey McKenna. I don't know where Vlismas has been. She just kept going out of fights. Like, Vlismas, she was originally supposed to fight. She fought a year ago now. Jeez, time's flying. A year ago. Beat Mallory Martin, who's not good. Beat Gloria DePaulo, who's not good. She has good stand-up. And we have seen McKenna has struggled. McKenna has the grappling, I think. She's 23 years old. You know, she beat Miranda Granger by Von Fluchuk, which was a good win. She did lose to Elise Reed. But we've kind of seen Elise Reed had kind of been a good fighter. You know, and she has won here and there. And it was still a close fight against Elise Reed, but she kind of slightly lost the fight on damage. Vlismas has a problem with grapplers, I do believe. And Gloria DePaula and Mallory Martin are absolute bums. Not bums. I'm going to get roasted on this video. They're not bums, but they're just low-level shit fucking fighters. And Montserrat Ruiz, or Conejo Ruiz, you like to call her, was able to just hold Vlismas down, and Vlismas might have learned it, but a year off. I don't trust her. McKenna gets it done, I do believe. Yeah, I'm going Corey McKenna. Been active as well. Corey McKenna fought in August. I think she'll out-grapple Vlismas. As an underdog again. I'm picking McKenna, man. I think she's good. I think she'll beat Vlismas by unanimous decision. Or no, I'll go like crucifix TKO. Vlismas gets TKO'd or something. Moving on up the card to the main card already. Cody Brundage versus Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. Oh, man. I look at the odds, and Mikhail is a fucking huge favorite. But I've seen early in his career, I don't know who to pick here, because I've seen early in his career he's been out-grappled lots. So, I'm gonna go... Jacoby fight was close still, but he lost on range and got outpicked there, outpointed there from range with the jabs. But he beat Shamil Gamzatov. Sam Alvey beat, but it's Sam Alvey. He was supposed to fight Duraev, and Brundage was supposed to fight Vieira. He beat Trajan Gore and Dolce. So I'm gonna go Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, I think. Beating him, because Dolce was beating Cody Brundage. But Brundage is an underdog, swear to God. Like, even if he wins this, I'll still say, like, it was close, but I picked Mikhail. But I'm going to go Mikhail. You know, Maxov was able to just outbeat, and he was able to out-scramble Brundage, and Brundage isn't great. Like, he KO'd Gore. One punch. You know? Out of nowhere. Dolce fight, he was getting whooped to the guillotine. I'm gonna go Macau. It's close, though. Like, I'd put some money on Brundage, because he's actually quite good, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to trust Macau winning this one. Brundage is legit, though, if he wins this. Like, he's a prospect. But I think Macau will win this one on the feet, getting a second round TKO win or something like that. First round, probably. Moving on up the card. Drew Dober versus Bobby Green. I don't know. I'm just checking out how much time this video was. Scrap. Fight of the night, 100%. I'm going to lean Bobby Green, though. I think he's proved himself. Like, yeah, he got dominated by Islam Makhachev. But Makhachev's now the champ. Fighting Volkanovski very soon. You know? No shame in losing to him. You know? And, he beat Nadra Akbaras. Great win. Poked at Akbaras for 3 rounds. People forget about that. And he beat Alain Quinta. And, Drew Dober has good body shots here and there with the punches. But he took Fiziev's kicks. Hard kicks from Fiziev. Or Fiziev, sorry. Hard kicks from Fiziev. And, yeah. If he can eat the kicks from Fiziev, I think he can take the shots of Drew Dober. Yeah, I think he wins this. I really do believe so. Yeah, he beat Clay Guida, Lando Venata, Alan Patrick. Should have won against Thiago Moises. So his real loss is really, or he could have arguably won against Fiziev as well. Arguably could have won against Fiziev as well. Close fight. But Fiziev can win that. I think he'll beat Drew Dober. Dober's been looking good lately. But at the end of the day, he's 34 years old. Beat Rafael Alves and Terrence McKinney. Beat Alves. Good win there. But McKinney kind of gassed out. Things happened. That's how he kind of won. Brad Riddell beat him. Not a good look there for Drew Dober. Yeah, I think he'll beat Bobby Green. In a fight, no, I think he'll lose to Bobby Green. Getting out jabbed here and there. Bobby Green just poking him at range. But a close fight. Dober has a good round 1, but gets poked the other rounds. Not poked, but gets picked apart the other rounds. In a fight of the night scrap. People are agreeing with me here. What? Green's an underdog. Oh my god, this is an underdog card. Bobby Green gets it done. Drew Dober's a favorite. I'm not mad or anything, but this is good. Underdogs. Moving on up the card. Alex Caceres versus Julian Erosa. I'm going to be going for Julian Erosa. It's good fun, though. It's a good fight. But I think Erosa gets it done. I think Erosa's been looking phenomenal lately. Like, he beat Hakeem Dawodu. He beat Steven Peterson in a scrap. You know, and he beat Charles Jourdain. Loses to Sungwoo Choi, of course. But he beats Landwehr, Woodson. I don't see Caceres out grappling Erosa. That's just something I just don't see. And I thought Dawodu was going to be Erosa. But I think Erosa will beat Caceres. Beat him on the feet. He out-scrapped... he's good on the feet. Like, he showed it against Steven Peterson. And Caceres, it's not like he has power or anything in his hands. Although he could have won against Sadiq Youssef. He arguably could have won that fight. And I know he beat Sungwoo Choi, but he was getting whooped beforehand. I think he'll lose to Julian Erosa. You know, just getting out scrapped on the feet. 29-28, another scrappy decision. He gets it done, though. So, yeah, I won entry advantage for Erosa. I think Erosa gets this one done. Moving on up the card. Amir Albazi versus Alessandro Costa. I haven't heard this guy. He might have took it on short notice for Roy Val Perez. But, let me check this guy. Let's see. He won on the Contender Series, but he didn't get signed. Wait, did he get signed? No, he didn't get signed. That was on the... Oh, yeah, no one really got signed there. But he's here now. I don't think he wins. Yeah, he'll get destroyed by Albazi. Big favorite, Albazi. Albazi's really good, man. I think he'll go out there and get, like, a submission win. Yeah, sucks these guys are pulling out against him. Like, he beat Francisco Figueiredo, beat Zhalgas Magilov, Malcolm Gordon, who just gave Makhachev a bit of trouble. I think he wins it. Sucks people are pulling out against him, but I think he'll get a first-round submission. Alessandro Costa, just nothing special. He's special, but 26 years old to 29. Yeah, I think Albazi gets it done. First-round easy sub. Moving on, up the card to the co-main event on Arman Tsarukyan versus Damir Ismagulov. I was originally leaning Arman Tsarukyan to Tsarukyan, sorry. I was originally leaning his way. What are the odds? Who are people picking here? Underdog for Damir. He's really good, Damir. He's actually really good. I don't see him getting KO'd by Arman. I can see him being safe here. And he has good grappling, Damir. We've seen from his fights, he does have good grappling. I'll make an individual prediction video for this later this week. I have to. This is a very good fight. Very skilled fight. And he did make it close against Graham, but he clearly won that fight. Like I think it was close, but clear. Damir won the fight. And Graham's no joke. And he beat Joel Alvarez. He beat Joel Alvarez. Joel Alvarez. Sorry. Rafael Alves beat Thiago Moises. He's very good. Tsarukyan arguably won against Gamrot, but that was based off a knockdown. And if that's skill for skill without a knockdown, Gamrot could win. And he also beat Joel Alvarez, but that was Joel Alvarez he arguably beat. But he did beat Joel Alvarez. Fuck. But, I just think... I think Damir's gonna win. I really do. Fuck, this is a tough one. But he beat Joel Alvarez because Alvarez slipped. That's why. But it was a good win otherwise, but I think Damir's gonna win. I really do believe so. I like Arman. I hope he wins this. But I think he's young, and he still has time. I think Damir can get it done here. 24-1. And I know Arman made it close against Makhachev, but Makhachev was young. He was young then, too. And he was good then as well. Like, he went to Makhachev's career. I think Makhachev, that was back in 2019. Close to 4 years ago. Arman was 22. 23, probably. I think Damir is going to poke at him and land some shots. And when Arman tries coming in after getting outpointed on the feet here and there, he has good leg kicks, but I think Damir will figure that out. I think Damir will shoot takedowns. Like, Gamrot was heavily grappling with him and easily taking him down, Arman. Damir will do the same. 29-28 decision for Damir Ismagulov, I do believe. Arman has power, but I think Damir can stay aware and get it done. Yeah, I'm going Damir Ismagulov. It's now or never for him. Arman still has time. Moving on up the card to the main event. Jared Cannonier versus Sean Strickland. Cannonier chins him. Strickland just doesn't got the brain for it. He doesn't. He's just going to walk in to get KO'd. Even though he's supposed to do one thing to grapple. I mean, I don't think he'll... even if he tries grappling with Cannonier, I just don't think it works, but... He's fighting against Pereira, man. Like, I know Pereira's now champ, and it's aging well, but... He just doesn't got the brain. He could have fought Adesanya in MSG if it wasn't Pereira, if he just won that fight. But he walked in like an idiot. Like, he can grapple Strickland. But, he grappled against Hall and Allen. I just think he'll lose this one. I don't see him... He could out-jab Cannonier and just win a close decision. And he could do well in a 3-rounder here, but it's 5 rounds, 25 minutes. I just think... And it's pressure as well, because it's actually the last fight of 2022 for the UFC. So you got to perform. I just think Cannonier will trick him lots in this fight. Like, I think Strickland will expect a KO coming in there leg kick from Cannonier. Strickland checks leg kick sometimes, but he really doesn't. But I know he beat Jack Hermanson. It was kind of supposed to be a unanimous decision. And Hermanson's been looking good. It is aging well, but Hermanson then was shit at striking earlier this year. You know? And, yeah. Uriah Hall, Christoph Jocko, Brendan Allen. These guys aren't getting good wins. Allen was chewing up his leg. I know that's an aging well win, and Allen's looking good, but Allen was chewing up Strickland's legs. Cannonier will do the same. Chew up his legs. And I think then Cannonier stops for a bit, lands some jabs. Strickland's going to expect the leg kick to come. Big shot from Cannonier. Put Strickland out at the end of round 1. I think first round TKO for Jared Cannonier. I think he gets it done. I really do believe so. Like, yeah, he lost to Adesanya, but he did better against Adesanya than Vittori, I can say. Could have been 3-2 Adesanya. Cannonier won round 3. Listen, Adesanya won 1, 2, and 5 in that fight. But round 4 is a toss-up. Could go Cannonier's way. It could honestly go Cannonier's way. Round 3 was Cannonier. And I know he didn't look great against Brunson, but he still got the win. Honestly, I think Brunson would give Strickland lots of problems. I think he'll win against Strickland. Trick him. Leg kicks. Shots. Big shots. Jabs. Leg kicks. Strickland's going to be thinking lots and get clipped on the chin. Put out at the end of round 1. Yeah. Beat Gastelum. I know he made it close against Gastelum and arguably could have lost, but he won based off a knockdown there. But I bet you Gastelum would give Strickland problems. Like, this is the thing. Strickland ain't good. He's completely dog shit. Just he wins some fights because they're good style matchups for him. And he still made it close against Whitaker and beat Whitaker. And at the end of the day, say what you want Strickland looking good against. Say what you want of Strickland looking good against Hermanson. Cannonier slept Hermanson. Put him out. I like Cannonier here. I think he gets it done. Hopefully Strickland wins because there's just more matchups for him. I'd rather see him at the top than Cannonier. I'd want to see a Strickland Adesanya fight. Strickland Vittori fight. They're more appealing in trash talk than Cannonier. But yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll make an individual prediction vid for this in-depth prediction later this week, probably tomorrow. But yeah, that's the full card breakdown and in detailed predictions for UFC Fight Night and UFC Vegas 66, Cannonier versus Strickland. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go. And Strickland's a favorite. Cannonier is an underdog. I'm taking lots of dogs on this card. But I got Jared Cannonier, I got Demirs Magulov, I got Amir Abazi, I got Julian Erosa, I got Bobby Green, I got Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, I got Corey McKenna, I got Jake Matthews, I got Julian Marquez, I got Saidi Kubkak Ramanov, I got Hayaser Mahashate, I got Renat Fakhretdinov, I got Manel Cap, and I got Sergey Morozov. Yeah. Peace.